All right. Live from a crack den in South Korea, it's Super Gamecast 2 with your host, Bronson Fiore.
What up, everybody? It is Super Gamecast 2 on 2/20/2022. As you heard, I am Bronson Fiore, joined by the all-powerful Mod Mommy, Emily Huslander.
Hello.
And the radliest duder in the video game industry, Mr. Aaron Reynolds.
Still kicking, still going. This computer tried to kick me off. I said, nah, I'm here.
Damn Skippy.
I'm running this. Yeah. I'm running this stream, and nothing is going to go wrong at all ever. So look forward to that.
Yes, our streams always run perfectly and don't
always
have any
perfect.
Totally, 100%.
There's not a single mistake ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Never, ever.
So we got a little bit of housekeeping to do at the start of the show here.
Do we?
Yeah. So our boy HRNinja, normally one of our co-hosts, a longtime community member, and loving fiance, is about to be a loving husband as of Tuesday.
Woo!
That's why he's not here today. He's on the drive down to Vegas. So
hell yeah, Vegas.
So give him some love. He has a Twitch channel of his own, twitch.tv/HRNinja. If you could give him a follow and I don't know, maybe some gift subs for the wedding, it would be super duper cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's, good for him. Glad to have him do that. He gets back Wednesday, start working on that Elden Ring review.
Oh God, yeah.
So,
exactly.
But hey, video game news happened. So,
video game news did happen.
Yeah.
Or at least I'm told.
Yeah. So
I've heard some news happen, so tell us more.
Yes. So hey, Nintendo decided to drop a bunch of negative-ish news this week. So
I did hear about this.
Yeah. I actually didn't hear about it until I started gathering news stories last night for the show. I just thought they put out a thing recently where you could where you could go check your played time on the 3DS and the Wii U, and mine's entirely wrong. Because like I booted up my 3DS and it says like 300 plus hours in Street Pass, but it's not one of my top 3 games. Same thing with my Wii U. Bayonetta should be the second most played game. It doesn't say it at all. So
Great.
I don't know.
Rude. Absolutely rude.
I will say I did forget how much Ocarina of Time I played across both those consoles though. Between the remake and then the Let's Play array I did, and then my own playthrough. Like I did 3 runs of Ocarina.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I did 3 runs of that. I did 3 runs of that before what's it called? I did 3 runs of that before like getting tired of it. So
sure.
We have a lot of Zelda was played on those. But yeah, it's going down. It says late March is what they're going for. So get your rare games that have digital copies, like Xenoblade Chronicles X, or games you want digital copies of now, because they're once they're gone, they're gone.
They're going. Well,
yeah.
God damn it. I'm not happy about this.
I am not either, especially because it just means 3DS and Wii U game prices are about to go through to the fucking moon.
Right.
Yep.
So
pretty much.
Get them while you can, because I keep meaning to buy Star Fox for the 3DS, and I keep putting it off because I'm like, I can get it later. This might be the thing that finally gets me to
actually fucking get it.
Yeah, actually, last year I finally picked up A Link Between Worlds because I only rented it. Now I'm gonna probably pick up Star Fox 64 because it's like, well, gotta get it now or get it never. So,
right? Yeah.
So yeah. Let's see. Ash Pandragon says, what is funny is that they just released a remaster for Assassin's Creed for the Switch.
That's right, they did just release.
Good. Yep. Great. Super duper.
Amazing. Fuck, man.
Yeah. No, dude, it's this is the big fear with digital. It's been the
Yep.
problem with digital forever.
Yep.
Like, yeah, you have like, especially for Nintendo, who like is all about the clean slate every time, it seems.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's this is concerning to say the least when you think about like all the digital purchases I have across all these platforms. The fact that like they just go away, and I know people are like, well, I'm going to buy the hard copy then. Here's the dirty secret about at least PS4, Xbox One, and onward, and those consoles.
Mm-hmm.
You need day one updates for those games to work in most cases.
Which
So no matter what, you're connecting to the server.
I don't know. I know some people have workarounds for situations like that. But yeah, it sucks. There needs to be more of an emphasis on game preservation. I know companies don't really have much of an incentive other than just loud pressure from people.
I mean,
yeah.
like Xbox has gotten better about it.
Sure.
Like they've gotten a lot better about it. Like you can, but even then, it's not ideal because there are plenty of 360 games, like say the Project Gotham games that you cannot play on an Xbox One or an Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Yeah, Project Gotham, like a huge franchise for the original Xbox for years and years.
Yep.
Yeah, you still have to own an OG Xbox or a 360 to play those.
Oh man.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just such a weird thing with them, I guess, is the way I would describe it. Like it's I don't know, like you could just resell them. That's the part I always found just weird, is you would just resell them. Like Nintendo could have easily moved all these games over to the Switch and been like, buy them again, suckers, and a lot of people would. Like,
yep.
I mean, it's just like when the Wii U Virtual Console went away. Like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's. I don't know. Fucking awful is the way I would describe it.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe if enough people throw a stink, which I don't think these will be the platforms people throw a stink about.
That's a problem. Yeah.
Like the Wii U was in a rough spot from day one,
and
the 3DS was like popular, but most people have just kind of shelved it.
Yeah.
For the Switch. The interesting thing is like a lot of the one good part about all these Wii U ports to Switch is that you won't have to worry about this going forward, really. Like that much. Like because what are the big games that have been moved over to the Switch? Xenoblade Chronicles X and both the Zeldas, and that's basically it. Like nothing, everything else that I can think of that was even remotely popular on the Wii U has been ported. Oh wait, and Nintendo Land hasn't, but who cares?
Yeah, who gives a shit about that sort of thing? Who gives a shit?
It was a fun launch weekend. Oh, this is what it could be, and then no, they weren't doing their thing,
right?
So, So on the positive side of Nintendo news, though, Majora's Mask has a date for the online service.
No.
Yep. So they've been putting out N64 games at a clip of about 1 or 2 a month, which is honestly way faster than I thought it would be. Like way faster than I thought it would be.
Right.
And it's February 25th. It'll be free to online Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack members. They need a better name.
They really do. That's a mouthful.
Online Plus Expansion Pack, rather, members. So if you're paying for the $50 a year instead of the $20, and it'll be completely free, and hopefully the port won't be completely jacked up like the Ocarina of Time. Well, to be fair, like I shouldn't say jacked up, but like not great. Like it had definite problems. It was still good, but like unless you're a speedrunner or like really, really care about the fidelity of N64 games for some reason,
Right.
then yeah, it probably wouldn't have bothered you, other than a couple of select spots like the Dark Link fight.
Right.
Versus this game. This game has even more fog effects, so I'm curious to see how they're going to handle that.
Nice.
Um,
That'll be interesting to see.
but it's out February 25th. If there wasn't so much shit coming out and going at an insane pace right now, I'd probably stream some of it, but just too much right now.
This game has been subject to a bit of controversy. People have some strong opinions about Majora's Mask, which only makes me want to play it, but I haven't.
It's a great game. I do recommend people play Ocarina of Time first, just so they have a idea of what these games are on a more standardized level.
Okay.
But because this game, part of the reason this game hits so hard is it plays on a lot of assets and tropes of Ocarina as well.
Okay.
So at least in my opinion,
Sure.
that's a good game is a good game anyway. That at the end of the day. Majora's Mask is great. Never owned it myself, but played a friend's copy. Never played. You've never played Ocarina of Time? Wow.
Yeah.
You should get on that. Play the 3DS version if you have one, though. That's the better version. The Water Temple isn't a hellscape nightmare because everything looks the same in that version. Oh my god, dude, no. I ran the original Water Temple with Ray. He was doing a Let's Play of the N64 version. I was playing it on the 3DS in my free time. And I was basically a human game guide, especially at the Water Temple, because in that version, I'm like, oh, don't worry, I memorized it already because the other one is color coded. So,
yep.
Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, last piece of Nintendo news. They have revamped their online store.
Online store?
Online store.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say this real quick. Did we ever cover the guy getting sentenced for a few years for helping with the pirating Nintendo games?
No, I actually didn't hear that.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry,
yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. There was a big giant story about a guy who was part of a larger group that was helping pirate Nintendo games. And I didn't get the full story. It sounded like they were doing more. They were ripping off people beyond Nintendo. So it's not exactly a black and white story. But just while we're talking about Nintendo, just a reminder that Nintendo really, really goes after people pirating their games while also messing with the store and taking away your digital purchases and stuff. So I love my Nintendo games, and I'm happy to. I want to hear about these Nintendo products on this store, but just to keep that in mind, what Nintendo is.
I mean, it is ran by Bowser after all.
It is. It is in fact run by Bowser now.
Do you think when that man sent out the issue for it to stop that guy, the music played, the
You want to know the really depressing part? It probably does play that music, and that was probably chosen by Reggie. This also happened under Reggie, as much as we love Reggie. But he probably went to shit posting degrees of
yeah. just like when the Switch launched and you couldn't get one. Oh, they didn't buy a Wii U? Fuck them. Yep. Oh, lordy.
Yep.
Oh, I thought that the same Bowser that Nintendo hired. Oh, I thought it was the same Bowser.
No. Yeah, right?
Right. Well, I mean, he's continuing the trend, right? So,
yeah.
But
yeah, Doug Bowser. Yes. No, there's Bowsers. There's multiple Bowsers involved.
Yes. No, this is Gary Bowser. Oh, right. Sorry.
It's a crazy coincidence. Bowser against Bowser Mario game.
No matter what, it's just the music though. The Mario
it's just the music all the time.
Just in fact, that's what you hear when the SWAT team busts down your door. Just boom.
That's terrifying and awful. So what about this store though?
So this store, so they announced that they're redoing their store.
Okay.
It is now available in US and Canada. It replaces the old site that allowed only for digital game purposes as well as select rewards.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've added physical software and hardware. You can buy a Switch OLED there as well as regular Switch Lite. Digital games still count towards Nintendo Gold points. Physical must be redeemed after you receive the cartridge and put it in the Switch, but you still have points there. And they've finally restocked on physical rewards for like platinum points. So I've been hoarding platinum points forever, and I used half of them to buy a calendar yesterday.
Hey.
So I'll have a Nintendo calendar.
Okay,
soon.
it's February. Sure. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, we're still early in the year. It's all good.
Yeah, and anything, if there's something I've realized about calendars, you can always like rip the art off of them later.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's true.
So I mean, yeah, that's how I ended up with some really cool Warcraft art. I had one of those Warcraft calendars.
Sure.
There you go. So yeah, this is a cool thing. It feels weirdly timed.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can get a Switch there right now.
That's a good question.
Because that has been a hard task in this new world.
I'm gonna look at this slideshow they have on their article for this. That's the games coming to Switch here. Every Nintendo game in development.
The OLED is sold out. The regular is sold out. You can get a regular a normal regular one, not any of the special bundle things.
Okay.
So that is. Oh, you can also get the Monster Hunter Rise one.
Nice.
Like the gold monster on the front and a copy of Monster Hunter. Okay, that's cool. That's neat. That's super cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're in the market for a Switch and not the OLED model, you can get it off of Nintendo's website directly now, along with physical games and apparel. And if you're like me and you've been hoarding points for what feels like an eternity, you can finally spend those on physical goods.
Yeah.
And so that's neat.
That is neat.
Got a lot going on. So real quick, we're gonna take a quick moment. I have to use the restroom. Aaron, if you don't mind taking over to handle the Mario Kart story, because
Mario Kart story, sure, I can do that.
Thank you.
Let me copy this over here, and we're gonna switch this. All right. I was wondering about this. You'll be able to play Mario Kart 8's DLC courses online, even if you don't own them. That is something shocking from Nintendo.
That is shocking. Like, what the shit?
So I'm just going to read from the article here from IGN. The new tracks, the first 8 of which will release on March 18th, will be shuffled into Mario Kart 8's online selection of courses on March 22nd, meaning even players who don't own them can occasionally have a go. That being said, there will be 56 tracks in the game after that first wave, so players will initially have just a 1 in 7 chance of coming across a new one through random selection. I imagine if you get like a number of people in an online group that haven't played those tracks and that comes up, I imagine they'll vote it in. So, I think your chances will be better than that. But a more consistent way to play without paying is through a friend, as Nintendo also revealed on its website per Nintendo Life, that groups of friends can play the new tracks together from March 18th, even if only one player owns the Booster Course Pass. This can be done in local or online play. So, a weirdly, interestingly, friendly to the players initiative. Now, one person can buy them and everyone can play. That's fantastic.
That is pretty clutch.
Nintendo
on that.
It's a neat way of keeping the audience from being fragmented between those who have paid and those who haven't, while giving more choice. Yeah, that's a thing. It would fragment those players. So having that ability that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Let's see. DLC costs $25. God, really? We'll add 48 tracks over time.
Yeah.
And then all of them are remastered versions of courses. They'll be released in 6 separate waves between March and the end of 2023. Like, I love that.
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I love that, like, it used to be Mario and Zelda are the big games, but now, like, it's very clearly it's Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. And it's like, we made the perfect version of both of these. So, yes, we're just going to keep supporting these forever.
We're going to milk them for all they're worth, baby.
Well, the people are going to buy them and play them. Like,
well, like what else could
yeah.
you what else could you do to Mario Kart is the thing.
Like
That's
it's gonna be like graphic improvement when the next consoles come out. Like
It's like it's like you can do graphic improvements and you can do like more characters,
larger maps.
and you can bring back like the double dash gimmick if you really want to.
Ooh.
Uh,
I want to be a Charizard on a motorcycle. Why don't they have that?
Because you want Smash Kart, not Mario Kart.
Why don't they make Smash Kart?
Because they're too busy fucking over F-Zero.
Oh yeah, god damn it.
That's why.
That would, dude. People would love a Smash Kart.
I would love a fucking new F-Zero for the first time in
God knows how long.
Let's see, 19 years.
Well, get F-Zero or get Wipeout again. Like, show Nintendo that this game can make money.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that Sony killed the Wipeout devs like 2 years ago. So
it really doesn't.
I want my future racing.
It's awesome. I played that. What was it, Pacer, a while ago, and that's a fun time. Mm-hmm. I like it. It's not incredibly deep, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for future racing.
I would, give me that F-Zero X boy, the F-Zero GX.
Yep.
Going off topic for a sec, but I hear you say the developer of Dying Light 1 and 2 are doing for Dying Light 2. To say sorry for all the bugs, they're giving away 6 free DLCs this month alone.
What?
Wow, that's cool.
Wow.
That's super cool.
Really?
I will say every time I've opened up a Dying Light tweet, like their comments are just full of, "Are you gonna fix this broken game? Are you gonna fix this broken game? Are you gonna fix this broken game?"
Oh.
You suck.
But it's not like on a Cyberpunk level, because like I don't think Dying Light 2 was ever built up to be anything near like what Cyberpunk was in terms of hype.
No.
So like apparently people are having problems. I apparently have not gotten far enough in to experience any of those issues. But that has me curious. Anyway, so yeah, we covered Mario Kart getting new tracks. I'm excited. Mario Kart is a great game, and it'll be a It'll be a gamer party mainstay for quite a while here.
Forever and ever and ever.
Yep. So. Yeah.
So yeah. That's that. More Mario Kart. No. Oh, dude, I've been playing Mario Kart with homies at parties since I was like 12. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So, next up, EA's stupid.
I mean,
this is the news section.
This is, and
Sir?
I am a news commentator.
We're gonna talk about news.
Also, we both forgot a news story in the graphics, even though I posted it in the news section.
What?
My bad. Yeah, the Horizon Tree thing.
Did I not put? Well, oh wait, the Horizon Tree.
Yeah, I'll go into it. Obviously.
Okay.
So.
Oh, I see.
West, didn't you?
How did I miss that? All right.
So Techland is really, really good about fixing thear bugs. The first patch fixed a bunch of crap like audio and multiplayer and tons more of updates too. But we'll have the game running smooth by April when their first DLC launches. That game isn't even great. How are they blaming it? Halo Infinite is a fucking awesome game, but like it's just it lacks content on the multiplayer side. There's just not enough maps. Anyway, so EA has in a report about internal discussion regarding Battlefield 2041 apparently cited Halo Infinite and COVID as reasons for the game's failings. Did not correctly reflect the tone of the meeting. EA said these stories are not accurately capturing the context, which was in-depth and very humble internal conversation about recent Battlefield launch. It was about key learnings and actions we're taking, not blaming external factors. And then the original story was it failed to meet the expectations of our players in an internal meeting and blamed the failure of the game on factors such as the launch of Halo and COVID. The executives went over 20 minutes explaining what went wrong. Chief Studio Officer Laura, I think that's Melee, reported to emphasize that it's important not when the company has its misses, including Battlefield 2042. Part of the problem is Frostbite. The Frostbite engine, which had to go through a huge update. It sucked up 18 months of development time. COVID-19, of course. And then the surprise launch of Halo Infinite Multiplayer was a turning point, which came 4 years, 4 days prior. And compared to Infinite, Battlefield wasn't as polished. So Halo Infinite was weird. I love the story, but the multiplayer is a cash grab. It's free to play, bro. Like they all are. Every free to play game is. I've been playing Lost Ark nonstop, and I'll go into how that game tries to get money from you. And Halo goes too far. They need to cut those prices like in half.
Yeah.
I paid $7 to get the color red, the shade of red I wanted.
Stupid.
And I will take that to my fucking grave.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, as long as you look good, who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, exactly. 110%.
Bury me in my red Master Chief armor.
So
I paid $7.50 for it. God damn it.
It's COD all over again. I've never paid for anything in COD. I'm gonna be real with you. Even Warzone, which I loved, I've never paid a penny for anything Call of Duty related beyond just the base game.
Well, did they have cat ears for their helmets?
You know what? They should.
They should.
You'll get a printed picture of your character placed on top of your coffin.
I want my gamer tag. Put my gamer score on my coffin.
Oh Lord.
Here's my trophies. Put how many platinums I have on my coffin.
Just in a row. Your Xbox, your Nintendo, your
Here's all my Nintendo digital purchases that got wiped. Remember them.
Shit.
Just your dead body, just stiff and cold, and then covered in like Nintendo plushies. God.
All right. So.
Oh god damn it! All right.
Look, Halo's launch had nothing to do with the lack of success Battlefield had. Battlefield 1 was a great game, launched like the week of Call of Duty and Titanfall, and did great. It's just a matter of having a really good product.
Yeah.
And like, as I played that game, and it was okay. That's the best way to describe it. It was okay. Like, it wasn't amazing. It was fine.
It's a shame because the trailer seems to suggest they knew what made Battlefield great.
And some of that is still in there. Like, some of that's in that game. Like, I remember, like, parachuting down and, like, shooting a bunch of dudes and, like, landing on a tank and putting C4 on it and, like, yeah, doing all kinds of cool shit like that. But also, it's buggy. It's super buggy, super laggy, falling through floor. The maps are so huge to account for the massive amount of players, but because of that, you spend just a lot of time just walking or getting like dinged from snipers that you had no chance at ever seeing or dealing with.
Right.
It's just not like fun in that sense.
Boo.
And then like visually, it's very impressive. It looked great on the Series X and 4K and whatnot, but I did like the free trial of it you get with your Game Pass membership, and then didn't touch it afterwards at all.
Okay.
Felt no need to.
Yeah.
So take that how you will. Yeah, so no, EA, it has nothing to do with that. It has COVID's probably a factor on why it was so buggy, but as far as the actual, like if this game came out to no competition, like all of Halo launched on the 4th like it was supposed to,
right,
people would have still been shitting on this game.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like straight up. So yeah, I don't know, do better. IGN has every Battlefield review ever here. Let's see what they gave it.
Oh no.
And this series does review fairly well, all 8s and up so far, from what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
It's
The Road to Rome.
What the hell is this? Play for Battlefield Play 4 free. Okay, this was apparently the one bad one.
Battlefield
Battlefield
Vietnam.
1 Apocalypse. Battlefield 5 single player. Battlefield 5 multi. I love when they do that. They put 2 reviews and 2 separate things.
Yep.
Love it.
Great.
Battlefield 5 itself. Battlefield 5 Firestorm. And they didn't bother posting a review score thing. They want you to go check out the review page separate because they're trying to generate SEO. Okay, I'm curious though, so I guess it accomplished its job.
Yeah, right. Yep.
I got a 7.
Okay.
So, and apparently the highlight is the mode where you can play through the old Battlefield games.
Oh, cool. Great.
So, yeah. Yeah, no, hopefully they'll fix it. That game looked cool. Butterfield, Bad Company, and 4 were, to me, the last good ones. Battlefield 1, in my opinion. But I love Bad Company 2, and 4. They were all great. But the last one I was really super into was Battlefield 1. Came out when I bought my new PC and had a great time with it.
That was the last one that broke 9. Hell, it might have been the last one that broke 8. Yeah.
Deservingly so.
The last ones have been in the 7s, which is perfectly serviceable if you're like a Battlefield fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah. All right.
All right, well, on to, going forward, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much more to say.
Yeah, shit's fucked.
There are a lot of shooters out.
There are a lot of really good shooters to play. Some of them are free, some of them are not, and it's hard to justify your time on shit that's just kind of meh. It goes back to the thing, like, we've been playing a lot of MMOs, talking about MMOs on this channel. Like, part of the reason my World of Warcraft account doesn't get nearly as much time as other games is, like, it's just not as good as the other ones. I'm not going to waste time on it anymore if it's not good.
Sure.
Like, it's the same reason why, like, I'm literally, like, as a game that I primarily play and focus on, and not just as garbage I'm playing in the background.
Right.
I am not playing World of Warcraft again in a serious manner until I wrap up the Shadowbringers story. I get my fill of Lost Ark, which I'm getting there, and we'll talk about that and what we've been playing. And I told David I would try Guild Wars 2. I got my account up and running and back, so I will play Guild Wars 2 soon. Which we'll also do it on the channel, so you can all see my reaction to it.
Yeah, we haven't talked about our week's plans yet, but my computer is working again. Things are going, so I think we may do another duo MMO stream.
Yes, I want that. I loved it so much.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So I think we're gonna make that happen this week.
Also, we did something new for the channel, everyone, this week. So we added a thing where if you hit !social, boom, there are links to everything. Go follow us all those places.
Wow.
Go follow those places, especially YouTube.
Yeah.
So, and if you want to say nice things on Apple and Spotify, that wouldn't hurt us either.
Sure.
All right, but anyway, next news story up, and I'm actually going to pull the link for this one because I fucked up when I was sending shit out. Sony will plant a tree for everyone who gets to a certain trophy in the game.
Wow.
Oh,
So
that's fun. That's a fun little challenge. All right.
Yep. So Sony is offering a plant a tree for every player who wins a specific trophy in Horizon Forbidden West. I have not gotten this yet.
Sure.
The company today announced a play and plant program to commemorate the release of the game. It is working with the Arbor Day Foundation. Will donate one tree to a forest restoration project for every player who unlocks the Reach the Daunt trophy in game. and it's about a habitat down in Florida, and it's gonna last until March 25th, or all 3 restoration projects are completed. It is estimated that this will get about 288,000 trees planted.
Okay, so wait a minute. So what's the trophy?
It's called Reach the Daunt, which is basically finishing the tutorial level. So, oh wait, no, I actually did do this. This is okay. No, I thought it was a different one.
Oh,
So this is you beat the snake boss at the beginning of the tutorial. So this is like,
oh, that's not. Oh, wow. Okay, so just like play
yeah, yeah, basically play the first 2 hours of the game.
it. Okay,
That's it.
man. Well, that's awesome.
That's super cool. 288,000 trees. That's a big deal. Like,
Yeah.
and the game so far, I'm gonna tell you.
We'll
when
talk
we get
about
to
it in a
that
second
point.
here.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
So
Good.
what Ask Pendragon says, in games that it comes to achievements, I'll admit it, go after stupid hard ones and just plain stupid ones. For me, it depends on. For me, it depends
Well, that
on
sounds
how.
about right. That sounds about right.
Aaron, are you trying to log into Twitch?
I'm trying to get some docs open for Twitch on my OBS.
Oh, okay, hold on one
So
second.
I can stop switching between the browser and this.
Gotcha. Okay, so anyway, lost where I was. Son of
We
a
were
bitch.
talking about the achievement with the
Oh yeah,
RE4
achievements.
mission.
For me, it depends on the game. Like I went super hard getting the Dragon Ball Fighters Platinum, which involves farming $20 million in that game, which is a bitch.
Great.
That's so much money. That's so many ranked matches and like tournament grinds.
Yeah.
I went for the platinum in all the Infamous games, and like I went real hard for Halo 3 achievements back in the day, but it really depends on the game for me. Versus when achievements first came out, where it was, I need them all! And then realized after I saw that one of the achievements in one like Gears was get 50,000 kills,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I'm
Yep.
good.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyway. So that's
That's cool. You know,
That's a neat thing.
this is another game that like they said that they delayed it to try and avoid crunch. So that's like another like big Sony title that was like trying to make some of the biggest, most amazing first player game, single player game without crunch, which is super cool to see. And yeah, I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it once we're finished with the news section.
Yeah, so that's super cool. Also, they chose the Sheepfire private lands because gray wolves have returned to the region after nearly being hunted to extinction, and they need like forests to live.
Oh,
So
yeah,
another big win there.
yeah.
I most recently I found community chunks jump from the highest tower in Dying Light 2, which is the VNC tower, and air kick a zombie NPC before you hit the ground and die.
Ooh,
The air kick stops you from dying.
what? That's
Jesus.
awesome. That is fantastic.
Okay. Huh. That's super cool. Okay, so anyway, that's Horizon. Next up we have the final news story, which is Android 21.
Android 21.
The Majin Buu version of her is already in the game, but now they have Android 21 Lab Coat Edition coming to the game. That's what's called, Android 21 parentheses.
You know, Goku. There's so many Goku variants. Why not? Yes.
So one of the best waifus here,
Of
as
course.
you can all see. Aaron, just scroll to the bottom of the page, please, and run the trailer for the people.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, let's see this. Let's give them what they paid for.
Of course.
Speaking of paying, you guys should sub. You get cool perks. and emails. Yeah. So. Yeah. Also, there's a raging conversation about this character in the Dragon Ball Fighters community.
Okay.
Which version of her is the better waifu?
Ha!
And my response is this one, unless you're really into Vor.
Well, right. Like, yeah. No. This. If you're, this is better in like a fuck, marry, kill situation. This is marry.
Yeah.
The other one's fuck because you're not surviving the encounter.
Yeah, you ain't surviving that shit.
Yeah.
Hell no.
She looks so sick.
Yeah.
It looks so unbelievably sick. The real good. She has a command grab. She has a fucking ranged counter. Like she seems like an overall good character. Oh yeah, her level 3 here is sick. Boom, 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 boom.
Wasn't this character created for this game?
Yep.
Like,
Completely. Yep.
This character should be canon. I think it's
This
such a good
is
character.
canon.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
It's, yeah, she's all original new content for Dragon Ball Fighters Android 21.
Nice.
So, Toriyama even designed her. So.
Oh, we'll see that. There you go.
Yeah.
I think it's a great character. So
he'll completely forget about, her. But
I mean, yeah.
My favorite story is he forgot that Super Saiyan 2 was a thing.
I mean, he didn't really change much from 1 to 2. It was like what?
Yeah.
More electricity?
More electricity and spikier hair.
Like, great. I don't blame him.
Also, sorry I'm talking a lot, just vibing with you guys. No, that's cool, dude.
Whatever.
We enjoy conversation in the chat.
Yeah.
Once the stream blows up and is like, going like moving like an Asmongold chat, we may have to do something, but right now, is what it is.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Just straight chill. Straight chill.
Cheers to that. So,
well, cool. I'm glad they're supporting this game still.
Yep. Yeah. Love it. Now, if we can get some rollback, please.
God damn it, right?
Let's get some rollback and maybe one more season of DLC, and we'll call that a good day.
All right.
So, yeah, they haven't said about if it's gonna be a new season or not, but they announced a bunch of news during the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour. We are getting a ton of news about that, but sadly, not all of it is done yet because it's going on right now.
Okay.
But as long as we have this up, I'll pull up something real quick for it.
Sure.
Yeah, like day 2 is going on. Day 2 capped last night. I'm sorry.
Oh.
But yeah, games. You know what game needs a remaster? Bloodborne or the Jak and Daxter games? I completely agree about both of those.
Jak and Daxter.
Yeah. Bloodborne 2, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's make Bloodborne 2 a reality. Hold on.
The people want both.
Dude, people have been talking about, that stuff forever.
Yep.
Hold on. Here we go. News page. So, oh my God, it's just internet. It's just click on all these separate links for the individual news.
Great.
God damn it.
Great.
But apparently there's also retweet campaigns. If you retweet out news, you get like mats or coins and all the different Dragon Ball games that are out.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, like if you during day 2, if you retweeted, you got in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, you got medals. Same with Fighters and Legends, you got crystals. In Dokkan on the Khan battle, you got an Elder Kai ritual. So yeah, and same thing if they reach followers, like they give out Zenny and shit.
Huh.
So it's funny.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm sure someone will eventually sort through all that fucking news.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've added a Goku experience to. So they're adding DLC to Kakarot apparently.
Wow. Okay.
So that's a thing. Dragon Ball Fighters is obviously getting its DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Android 21 lab coat. 6 years later, we're still getting Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Xenoverse is good.
It's a great game. I really enjoyed it. That was one of my top 10 games of 2016, I believe, when it came out. And the thing is that they had a fashion show for that game. Because just like any game with that system, it's all about the glam.
Of course. Yes.
Do you want to play a pseudo MMO that's Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck yeah.
Wow, someone just straight up made like a JoJo android.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Also, why does that picture of Android 21 look like she'd sleep with you, then psychoanalyze you?
Because that's that character.
That's exactly what she would do.
That's that character, yeah.
Yeah, like you nailed it, boy. I'm a big Dragon Ball fan. I'll definitely check out the Kakarot DLC and the especially because I never checked out their first two because I was like waiting for them to be done and I got busy with other stuff. And then we'll definitely give obviously Android is getting a look, getting some time. Hold on one sec.
Holding on.
I want to see if someone bothered to compile all the news into one place to make it easy for me.
That'd be nice. While he's looking at that, I'm just going to say real quickly, I didn't put it in the news section for us, but there was a live letter for Final Fantasy XIV. And
I heard about that.
They said, hey, we intend to keep going for another 10 years, and part of that is a minor graphical update. And we're thinking about working on some other systems and all that. I've heard a very brief mention of glamour plate changes. And then they did not expand on that. So I'm like sitting here like, okay.
One of they're hitting the point that WoW hit around 2011 where we're going to start seeing some big changes.
I hope so. Yeah.
Graphics update also. They showed that off a little bit and it does look really good, but I'm also concerned about my video card now. So super cool.
I don't think it's going to be huge. But I mean, by the time, because that's for 7.0, a lot of those changes. Like, that's a couple years.
Yeah, that's true.
And like by that time, if we haven't gotten the ability to purchase a new video card at that point, we may have bigger problems.
So they announced a new figure for Goku, a Kaioken Goku figure.
Nice.
Which. Shut up and take my money. So a bunch of stuff for Dragon Ball Legends, Android 21 lab coat, and some like costumes and stuff for Xenoverse. And then they did, a tournament, of course, which that is
as you do. As you do.
Yeah, dude, I want this Kaioken Goku pretty bad. It looks really good. In fact, they released 3 versions. It's Kaioken Goku, like half Ultra Instinct and regular Ultra Instinct Goku, all about to do a Kamehameha.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty dope. Anyway, let's get on to the next news story. Actually, that was it. Okay, so
yeah, that was it.
Moving forward, we got what we've been playing.
We do have what we've been playing.
I have been mainlining Lost Ark like a mofo.
Yeah.
Hell yes, you have.
I've noticed.
Like, good God.
I have the second most hours of anyone in our community. Stella is number 1, but I am number 2 at 71.2 hours in 1.5 weeks.
Holy shit!
Okay. I do it during my lectures for work. I do it during my free time. I stay up way too late playing it. Lost Ark is a free-to-play Korean MMORPG that came out 10 days ago. It is currently the second biggest MMORPG in the world right now, and it's still the number 1 game on Steam right now. Yeah, 1.1 million players, almost 1.2 active. Oh my God! At this minute, like crazy.
Yep,
crazy numbers. So I have been playing nonstop. I have hit endgame, and like I have finally started to burn out a little bit, as I was discussing on the Discord the other day.
Okay.
Because so what happens is you hit soft cap fairly early. There's still tons of story and stuff to do when you hit soft cap.
Right.
Which, for those who don't know what soft cap is, it's not the actual level and gear cap of the game, but it's where the end game starts. Like the upcoming Destiny expansion, the soft cap is 1520, as an example.
Okay.
And this game is, and when you hit soft cap, you go through more of the story, and then you get to this city called Vern. And your options are, if you're under item level 302, which most people are going to be, is to do chaos dungeons until you have a full 302 set. Then you can start doing the Guardian raids, and then once you hit 340, you can start doing the hard mode dungeons, which are Abyss dungeons. And then at this point, you can finish a little more of the story before the game goes, okay, you need to hit item level 460 before you can continue the story. I actually kind of like this, so it actually makes people get involved with endgame.
Okay.
And the first bit of endgame is one. I guess Dying Light 2 is my version of Lost Ark. The game's only been out 14 days and I already have 2 finished saves, 70 hours each. Damn!
Jesus Christ, dude.
Going hard.
But I mean, you know, that's what we do. You know, it's like some people, you just pick your games, and Dying Light 2 is a game you pick and you just go. So that's awesome.
I mean, yeah shit.
That's 140 hours in 2 weeks. Jesus.
Oh.
I thought my 71 in a week and a half was hardcore. I didn't go sweaty enough, apparently.
Apparently not.
So anyway, the game has 5 endings, so a lot of replay value.
Oh wow,
That's
I didn't
fair.
know that. All right.
So you hit item level about 302, and then you get your first endgame gear set, and then what you do is you do chaos dungeons and guardian raids, and until you cap out on what you can earn for the day / week as far as currency is concerned, and weekly quests as well. Until you gear up enough to do Abyss dungeons, which you can do every Abyss dungeon once a week, and that's how you get item level. And the higher you upgrade your gear, the more chance of those. It's called gear honing. And this is where I thought pay to win was going to come in a big way. What up, Mr. Tiny Corn Dog?
Hey,
how are you doing? I like corn dogs. I'm a fan of yours. Big fan. So what up? We're talking Lost Ark. So anyway,
God damn it.
Base. So anyway, what ends up happening is you do this thing called gear honing to upgrade your gear. And it requires mats, gemstones, harmony shards, and if it's a weapon, a destruction shard, I believe it's called. And this is for tier 1. Tier 2 has a different set of mats entirely. By the way, if you haven't used your Twitch Prime sub yet, you can use that on us and get all kinds of free emotes. So something to consider. Anyway, so what ends up happening is you have these materials that you spend on upgrading the gear. But once you get to a certain point, it's like 10 upgrades in, it has, 7 upgrades in, it has a chance to not work, and all those mats go down the toilet. At first, it only has a 10% chance to not work, and then once you hit level 10, it's like 80, and then once you hit level 12, it goes down to 70. Okay. Now you can spend this other currency you can earn to increase the chance of it working. So you can farm those if you really want to. So this is where I thought the pay to win was going to come in hard. Right. But I haven't spent a dime on it yet, and I'm up to item level 513, and not only am I on item level 513. Which that's pretty high. But I need to get everything up to item level 600, which that's kind of where I see, so this puts me in like a weird kind of stuck place. Okay. Because once you get really high up into the upgrades tree, it's like, okay, I'm going to be either farming mats nonstop to deal with the higher honing failure chance. Or I can pay. They do cap out on what you can pay per day, though. Oh, right. There's a set amount of mats you can pay per day, and then otherwise it's just like, okay, you paid for everything in the shop today. Sorry, peace. Right. That's still like $60 a day in mats, though. Okay. But yeah, gotta love freemium, exactly. But It's not nearly as bad as I thought, especially because if you get a piece of gear that's a higher tier, like let's say your gear's all blue and you get a higher like purple piece and you want to put your upgrades into it, you just do a gear transfer. That costs a little bit of silver.
Hmm.
So it's super easy. So like because I fully upgraded my chest to like plus 12, I got an epic chest, just did the gear transfer. Everything moved over for like 2,000 silver, which is nothing
Okay.
as far as currency goes. So yeah, you can also earn stuff by doing chaos gates, which are these things out in the world that like you and 30. It's basically the fate system in Final Fantasy.
Sure. Yeah.
It's basically that with 30 people, and you get teleported to a dungeon and do like a mini dungeon with 30 people.
Okay, that sounds fun.
It's really cool. Like, and what's really funny is everyone has their pets. So like literally, it's like just a horde of people bum rushing in an army of pets.
I was gonna say, how
behind them.
how can you see? That's a lot of people on one small screen.
Oh, dude, it is the definition of Final Fantasy 14 clusterfuck.
Oh my god.
Where I've been stonewalled though is I'm trying to get my next set of gear for upgrades and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm at the 4th hard mode dungeon, and you can do every hard mode dungeon once a week. You unlock 2 at item level 340 and then 2 at 460. And the second one at 460 whoops your ass.
Oh.
Hard.
You can go check my stream from last night. Oh my god, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my god, it was so bad. It's basically a 30-minute boss fight.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then on top of that, I figured out how they balance endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I was like, well, you have these phoenix feathers and all these goddamn potions. Like, how the fuck are you gonna like make this challenging at all? Well, one, in Guardian raids, which is basically just Monster Hunter, but in Lost Ark, your whole squad only gets 3 revives for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you have limited potion use. Same thing with the Abyss dungeons, the hard mode dungeons. You will get no revives until the boss is dead.
Okay.
And on top of that, you have limited potion use. I think you're allowed like 6 until the next checkpoint.
Okay, all right.
So at checkpoints, you get your potions refreshed.
Nice.
Now the chaos dungeons are super easy. It's just kill a certain amount of monsters in a certain amount of time,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a bunch of materials for it. And you keep farming it until you get diminishing returns, and you start getting these things called orbs, and you can use orbs to buy the currency until you cap out for the week, because that also has a weekly cap.
Right.
So I don't know. It doesn't feel pay to win. I'll say that, but it does feel like pay for convenience is definitely a thing here.
Sure.
Is the way I like. It's definitely, you can definitely progress fine just playing this game every day like a normal MMORPG. But if you want to, fully optimize and be sweaty with it, then yeah, you're probably gonna be spending some money.
Okay.
But I have not spent any money, and I'm more progressed than everyone in our guild.
Sure.
The next closest person's at item level 258. So,
Okay.
To be fair, Stella would probably be a lot further if she didn't have to start a new character on our server. So,
right.
So yeah, it's a super fun game though. Just be aware that going in, that end game is a grind.
Right.
Like, just be aware. You'll have a fun time getting to end game, but once you're at end game, you will have a time, my friend.
Have you used any of the stronghold stuff?
No, never.
Okay. They make you go through that, or they have you go through that like tutorial bit, and so I did that, and I've been logging in to do daily logins at the very least while I do other things. And they're like, "Hey, you completed something at the stronghold." I'm like, "Great. I'm not gonna go there right now, but hey, thanks."
I will say one thing you're gonna want to do is make sure you get really good at foraging.
Oh God. Okay.
Well, here's why. It is a Korean MMO like Black Desert Online. So
okay, that makes sense.
That would make sense.
All right.
The thing I can say about it is get good at foraging because you when your foraging is high enough, you can make your own potions rather
Okay.
than buying them.
Right.
Because buying them is fucking expensive. So yeah, like it's like 100 gold for 40 of the really good ones.
Okay.
So
Yep.
yeah,
Get good at foraging. Got it.
yeah. That because yes, that's one thing. If you're gonna get invested in endgame anyway,
Right.
once again, you can just do the first wave of endgame, which is like I said, relatively easy to get to, and then just
Like
dip.
yeah. Again, I'm thinking that I'm gonna take the same strategy as Final Fantasy with this, and then just immediately start a second character with a different class and just start moving through.
See, I've never been that guy.
Yeah.
I'm a like I do 2 characters and I grind them into the dirt.
Right, because you're much more invested in like endgame stuff.
Yeah, well, that's where I find the fun in these games.
Sure.
Like that's that like I know Stella has been like talking about Makoko seeds all the time, and she has like over 500.
Yeah.
Which if you want to pull it up in the Discord, we were having a conversation. I have a meme. It's just like I was just like, yeah, I'm kind of starting to get burnt out on Endgame already. Like the grind, I've been going so hard.
Yep.
And she's like, sounds like you need to go collect more Makoko seeds. And then I literally took the time to make a meme.
Oh, did you now?
Oh, that's how the
wow.
whole Makoko thing.
Yeah, I got a fever, and the only cure is more
Is
Makoko seeds.
Jesus Christ.
I saw those and I was like, what the shit?
I went out of my way to make that. So,
oh my god. Oh my god.
Lordy. So it's a great game. I've been looking for another forever MMO like WoW was for a long time.
And here it is.
And here it is. There you go.
Enjoy.
I got a fever, and the only cure is more Makoko seeds. Yeah. So let's see. When I reach endgame on a game with multiplayer and have excess loot, I'll join random players and just give it away instead of selling it for money because they can get better use out of it than I can. I've totally done that before. To be fair, when I was really balling in World of Warcraft, I would just go around and give random like level 10s gold. Like, here's 3 gold. I know that's a small fortune to you.
It's sure. Hell yeah. Spread the wealth around.
Yeah. I was definitely not the 1% though. I was
no.
But
unfortunately, that's how it tends to work. Is the people who understand the value in that are not the people who can do the most good with it.
So, great game. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it, especially just for the leveling experience. It's super fun.
I found that like the story is not, at least up to the point that I've been at, is not anything to write home about, but the gameplay is fun enough that you can keep riding on that until like the first big set piece.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you experience the set piece and you're like, all right, okay. So yeah.
There's some real crazy shit. There's a dungeon where you pilot mechs.
Yeah.
There's a fucking elven kingdom where like it turns into basically an MC Escher painting.
Oh god.
Like there's a Chinese dungeon where you get to do a bunch of yin and yang stuff.
Yeah.
There's some really cool, crazy set piece stuff in this game.
I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah, like part of the reason I actually want to hit endgames, like the other parts of endgames, so hard, is because I want to see the end of the story. Because I have 5 out of the 7 arcs now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I do on Dying Light. I'm a dark zone running. I get a lot of good loot, so I drop it for them to sell for money because I have 2.2 million, which Dying Light 2 is more than you'll ever need.
Right. Yep. Nice.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Lost Ark.
Lost Ark, great game. Really like it. Just know that like towards the end of the game and like once you hit end game, be ready for either a grind or you might end up throwing cash down.
Ooh.
That's on you. I didn't. I'm almost ready, and I'm almost into the tier 2 stuff. Oh, to the community of this game though, quit being so toxic on that 4th Abyss dungeon. Like, oh, we wiped twice. I'm gonna leave.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, because it's matchmaking, it's not group finder.
Well, right.
And if you go in without your homies and you're just trying to get it done, like people just get so salty and butthurt. We were talking about it last night because last night I streamed it to show it off, and I'll try and I'll probably if you're on tonight or free tonight or this week, I'll give it a shot as long as it's before Tuesday, because once Tuesday hits, Witch Queen is out and you're all dead to me.
Yeah, probably tomorrow night would be a good.
Keep in mind, not everyone has time to give it more than 2 tries. Yeah, but the thing is this is like really hard content. And if you don't have the time to run hard content, then don't get butthurt when it's hard.
Mm.
And I'm not sure if this is being sarcastic. I realize that now. Like his post.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's my stance. And that was because like World of Warcraft would do that also. Like World of Warcraft, a Mythic plus dungeon takes 20 to 40 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
And I had someone mention that to me. He can go a couple of times, but that's it. Then don't try and do stuff that's like the cutting edge progression stuff.
Because that's just a time commitment.
Yeah, it's gonna be a time commitment. Especially this particular dungeon. Even if you one shot it, it's like 35 minutes.
Mm.
Like, dude, and that'd be the same thing with Mythic plus dungeons back in the day. Like, you'd get to like Mythic 14, Mythic 15, and it'd be like, hey, you need to finish this in 30 minutes. And like you wipe 3 times so someone doesn't get their key, and then they get super pissed.
Hmm.
And it's just like, well, like, dude, what did you expect? Like, it's part of the game. Like,
right.
Go talk to Blizz. Don't talk to us. Same thing here. Like, this boss is hard. I actually like hard content in MMOs. Like, don't like, yeah. I don't. It just it rubs me the wrong way, especially because they get like super mean and dickish about it. So
yeah, the people who are super mean about it, especially.
Yeah. So
don't do that.
Anyway, that's Lost Ark. Looking at the other news we have here and other things we've played.
Yeah.
Screw those guys. Exactly, Jerome. Like I was saying last night when we moved over to Final Fantasy, is this game's been out 4 years in Korea. How are you this bad? How don't you have every strat memorized? The game's been out 10 days. Like that's what it feels like.
Yep.
That's why I stopped playing Destiny 2, because the rating community is so split as either toxic or super friendly. Most of it I've ran into is super friendly, but the problem is just getting a community in that game is hard, because unlike Lost Ark or WoW or Final Fantasy, where you have like these tools to go like meet people for raiding or dungeons, Destiny just has, hey, go on our Discord.
Right.
So yeah, like that's why like I had to go like gotta wait through all the toxicity to find the good ones. Well, exactly, and that's kind of what like I'm hoping our guild is in Lost Ark once everyone catches up. And then same thing with same thing with Destiny. Like we have a Destiny posse. It's not in our Discord, but if you guys play Destiny, let me know and I'll throw you guys into our Destiny posse. We're always looking for more people. But yeah, like it's one of those things where just that game, I don't even think has the tools to make a community. You just have to count on your friends or friends of friends.
Right.
So yeah. Anyway, I played Horizon Forbidden West for
How was it?
3 hours. Better than the first. Way better than the first.
Good.
Really?
Yep. Gameplay feels a lot smoother. It makes a lot more sense. Platforming isn't all janky. Like, I feel like when I point to a direction, she goes there, versus before it had very much felt like Assassin's Creed.
Oh.
And then the one boss fight I did was fucking incredible.
Nice.
Oh, yeah?
It was a giant robot snake, and I scanned it, and I shot out its venom sac, which popped out its like little engine core things. And then like I had to shoot those off and then that blasted off its like venom gun thing on its fangs, and I shot it a whole
Dude.
bunch. It was fucking awesome.
That sounds dope as fuck. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, no, it was real cool. It was real cool. The stealth is a lot of fun. I like how the stealth like can trigger from like somewhat far away, so you don't accidentally like get like alert the AI by just trying to go up to it
Okay.
and kill it.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, man, seeing this game's being good, and it's making me want to get a PS5. I can't be saving this. I need to save money, but yeah.
The cool part is also you don't need to play the first one. They do a full recap of it right at the beginning when you load the game up,
Nice.
Oh, cool.
so you can skip straight to it if you.
We
really
all know
want
you
to.
played Breath of the Wild instead, you fuckers. Here's a video.
I played both and I enjoyed both, but I definitely enjoyed Breath of the Wild way more.
Sure.
Real quick, I always try to be super friendly and helpful when I can, because a good player helps the good community just grow. It's true. Yeah, like don't be a dick.
Yeah.
No, like that's why like in that really hard mode dungeon, like I started out with, all right, boys, who's ready to lose? You know? and like the person's cool if they're like, yes sir, yep, and I'm like, great, let's get this L.
So some people can accidentally read that wrong, and like someone's just being like serious self-defeatist, and it's like, great, this person's gonna stand in AoEs, and
Yeah,
it's hard to read intentions in a chat like that.
This person's gonna pick the wrong mirror and then get one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first boss has a mirror mechanic where like there's this giant wave that's a one-shot thing.
Okay.
And you need to pick the right mirror and to go through, to teleport through, otherwise you'll get hit by it.
Okay.
To be fair, I did this once too. I accidentally clicked on the wrong mirror and like literally spawned right in front of the death wave.
Oh, good. Very good.
Oh no.
Like I was just like, I pressed it. Oh no!
Sometimes I just like to die to feel alive.
So, but yeah, and it looks great. I'm not doing the high resolution mode. I'm doing the full fat 4K setup. It looks gorgeous. It's one of the best looking games I've ever played. I posted screenshots on my Twitter. Go check out at Gamekast. If you want to see those, they look great. I'm only 3 hours in. It's a big fucking open world game, so who knows once I get more time into it.
Yep.
That's probably not going to be for a little bit though, because
you got another release.
Yeah, I made the smart choice of claiming 2 MMOs this month.
Yeah, you did.
Good job.
Lost. I was just gonna I thought I was gonna dip my toe in Lost Ark and then leave, and it ended up being one of the best games I've played in a long time.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, I'm not having more time to stay. I have to go be an adult and clean and do normal people things. Oh, thank you, Ash Pendragon. Yeah, same. But thank you, man. Thanks for tuning in. We hope to see you in the Discord and around the community. Thank you, though. So as for let's see, where did I leave off?
As for Horizon,
it seems good so far. I really like it.
Good.
And I wasn't particularly big on the first one because it felt very standard open world gamey.
Sure.
But this seems really like a refined version of that so far.
Okay.
That's what I like. So
yeah. Good.
Yes. All right. Hey, Aaron, you weren't here for this, so tell us why Olli World is getting these rave reviews.
Man, this is just a chill experience. The vibe is perfect. The visual style, the music, just the very casual way you play. The characters like set you up for a real casual, feel good time. And it's just fantastic. So Olli, if you haven't played it, it's a 2D skateboarding game, and you just keep going and do tricks and complete challenges and try not to crash. So you do that for a while, and anyway, so this game expands on it. They have a whole like kind of overworld that you're traversing through level to level to level to level, and you're doing little tutorial missions through that, and then you're also completing challenges at the same time. But it really captures like a really light, like friendly skater-esque vibe that's like super Adventure Time kind of look
I like that
to
show.
it. Yeah. And Everyone's just super chill, and I just feel good. You feel good playing it, and which is a really, really nice because it has a core thing about skateboarding, which is you are going to crash a lot. You are going to not complete the level a lot. It's all about just running it over and over and over and over again. But the game is just super, chill about it. It's like, all right, hold Y, start the level over. Let's go, let's do this. And they have a fun little character customizer, so you can just make you can make you can make whatever. You want to talk about arcade and sim style skateboarding controls. Over on the deep sim end, you got Skater XL and Session. Over towards like center sim is Skate. What was considered just full on arcade was Tony Hawk, but honestly, I would put Olli at the far end of the arcade section because you're running this level. You want to ollie, you hold down a left stick and let go. You want to do a trick, hold down left stick and flick it one way or another. And that's how you do most of your flip tricks, is with the left stick. And if you want to do a grab, you hold the right stick in a direction when you're in the air. Are you grinding? Then when you're coming down on a rail, you hold the left stick in a direction. You want a wall ride, you hold the left stick in a direction as you're going by a wall. And then if you want to like rotate, you just hold the triggers, and that's it. So you can just have a real chill time and just do whatever and just vibe. Don't like overthink it. You just go. And you can complete a lot of levels just doing that. The whole idea is just to not crash once while you're running through the level, and then you'll pass the next one. But then they'll have challenges as well, including, just pop all these inflatables. Do not pop any of these inflatables. High five cool Mike over here on the side, 2/3 of the way through the level. And you have to remember where he is and what button it is to high five. And that's just a fun thing. And you unlock cosmetics by completing these challenges throughout. So it gives you some incentive to do all of that. A real cool feature, beyond the single player that teaches you all this stuff and exposes you to different environments, levels, and all that, is a place called Nirvana, which is their little heaven area. There's a lot of really good skater terms just scattered throughout this game. It's fantastic. But Nirvana, there's a couple things you can do in here. But one I wanted to talk about in particular is they can procedurally generate levels for you based on like...
That's fucking cool.
It's great.
Okay, go on.
So there's your different locations. There's your level of difficulty, and then there's the length of the level. And you just set those, and it'll generate something, and it'll generate a code with it. So if you like a level as you go through it and you finish it and you decide you like it, you can save that code and share it with friends or online, like on Twitter or something, and people can run that exact level, and they'll keep a leaderboard for that level. It's super, super cool. And then they also have like a sort of a competitive multiplayer where they load up maps and people will just score against each other. Highest score wins. So there's that competitive aspect, but it's not like real time. It's not like there's people jumping. It's more just run on at your own pace at your own time. You're not running against anyone else. The scores are compared at the end. So there's that competitive aspect that's put in there, but it's not I don't know, it's not in the way of your fun in any way. Like it's just a super enjoyable good time, and everyone's vibing, being themselves, and that game's cool. I'm gonna be playing more, and there's paid DLC coming later, and that's bought. I'm going to have that. You're gonna see. This game has revived my idea of having a late night skate night stream. So you're probably gonna see some more skating games from me.
Yeah, all right. That's super cool.
I'm forgetting right now at this moment how much it costs.
I think it's 20. I'm not sure though.
It is? Well, I'm not gonna trust these prices. Yeah, 30 on
30
on GameStop here. And
right.
if you're into skating games in any way, shape, or form, that is what to do. And Rad Edition comes with the expansion pass. And I think if you buy the expansions separately, like the total will be like 60, but the Rad Edition has the whole expansion pass, and that's 45.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that game's cool as hell. I'm through the first world. I'm gonna
It
play
looks
more.
very cool. Like, I'm not normally a skateboarding guy.
This is a fantastic game for people who are like, I'm not super into like a 3D skateboarding game, but I just want like a chill game to mess around in for a bit. This is the game. So, yeah, good game. Next game. Should I go to my next game?
Yeah, so you played RE4 VR, man. What prompted this, and how was it?
So I have this Quest 2 here. And I haven't been
The
using
Meta Quest 2, as it's now called.
I apologize, the Meta Quest 2. Thank you for correcting me.
Oh God.
No longer the Oculus, the Meta Quest.
They still use like the Oculus name in a number of things, which I'm sure is not confusing for people who are trying to use this product at all. Such as, like, I have a friend over right now, and I was able to cast it, but the only way to cast it is I plugged my PC into the TV, and then I had to go to oculus.com/casting, which, as this Meta branding goes on, I'm sure this Meta Oculus stuff won't be confusing to people. But anyway, we got it happening
now.
Yes, right. So I've been trying to plug my Quest into the PC to try and take advantage of my Steam VR games, and it just has not been happening. I can't get it to work for whatever reason. So I just haven't been using it very much until I figure it out. But there are a couple games that are native to the Quest. One of those was the Resident Evil 4 VR. And I had a friend coming over. I thought it'd be fun to mess around with the headset. And so I said, you know what? I wanted to get this game for a while. What better time than now? And so that's what I did. It's $40. And as far as I can tell, it's Resident Evil 4, but in VR. So it's like the full game. It's not like a VR experience. Here's 2 hours of you in one area and like a shooting range or something. No.
Are you enjoying it? Like, is it good?
Yes. I actually had a blast with it. It's it's especially cool when you've played it. When you played it at the time, you know.
That shit was a magical experience in 05.
Right.
Like, straight up.
And to go into VR, and the one downside is like the cutscenes. You know, it just plays on like a flat screen. They just pull up a rectangle and you just watch it. The one positive is you get all your stuff on you, so I'm just like throwing my knife and gun at the screen while the cutscene's going. But the moment you're in the game, it's like it's this weird moment of I have been transported into this game from my past that's deep in my memory. Here are these textures that, like, wow, oh my god, this is incredible. And like I kill one of those models of the villagers that I've seen for 17 years now, and I can like crouch down and like look at their face, and it's just like, I don't know, it's nuts. And then you're just moving through and doing your thing, and it's fantastic. I was messing around with some controls, and they have something set up where, like, if you want to be super authentic, they can force you to, if you so choose, it can force you to stand stationary when you pull out your gun, because that's how Resident Evil 4 was. But they also give you the option to just run around, because, god damn it, I want to run around while I shoot, which is what I did, because god damn it. But yeah, no, I'm just running around inside Resident Evil 4, and aiming feels good. Hearing the sounds, like moving around while I'm running around, is fantastic. There's some really, really cool stuff. Just being able to pull out my gun and have my knife. There's that first moment where you walk into the village and there's like 12 different villagers that come after you, and like in the deep back is Chainsaw Guy.
Dude,
And
yeah,
oh man.
you're giving me the good nostalgias. Thank you. You're giving me the good nostalgias. So
And
I thank you for like.
And
All
I
the
don't
good
know
vibes.
I don't know how you're supposed to approach that, but I tried to sneak around and I eventually like alerted everyone. So I'm like running around in circles and people are coming after me and someone's on top of a roof with an axe and they're throwing it at me and I just hear it coming closer and I'm like having to dodge and oh man, because it's VR, I can like aim around a corner and all the stuff we've talked about with VR, but it's in Resident Evil 4 proper.
That sounds dope. How much is this game?
It's $40. It's the full on Resident Evil. And
Resident Evil.
I was actually thinking about streaming it.
I would love to watch that.
Yeah. In fact, I don't know. I know we were talking about getting a duo stream setup, but maybe we just do duo stream setup for Wednesday and have you on Destiny 2 and me on an MMO. But then maybe Monday, tomorrow, maybe we do a Resident 4 VR stream. And you can be on chat for it or whatever you want to do.
That sounds good. Well, we'll get that set up.
I have to set up how to do VR, but yes, and then I met the shopkeeper. It's fantastic. I'm happy to see my boy again.
What are you buying?
I tuned up my pistol. That's what I did.
Ooh.
I could have bought a rifle, but I like had 5 rifle ammo. I was like, eh.
I'll say this: that actually kind of makes me want to play Resi 4 again.
Guess what? I'm playing Resi 4 right now. It is just Resident Evil 4.
You know what, Aaron? I have the PC version installed.
Okay.
We should do a like I'm not gonna do the VR version, but like if you want, we could totally do a like Resident Evil 4 Let's Play stream. I would totally be down for that.
I'm all for this.
I will restart my save on the VR, and we can do a VR Let's Play.
Okay.
Oh my god, yes.
And I'll see if we can figure out how to get you guys in. I don't know how to do that in VR, but I'll do I'll research some stuff after.
Yeah.
After
if not, I'm cool doing regular RE4 as well. I've bought that game so many times throughout my life. I have it on GameCube. I have it on Wii. I have it on. I have it on PC. I have it on Switch. So,
Yep.
Game is it's a good game though.
Really it is a good game. Yep. So I'm having a good time. It sounds like you expect some Resident Evil 4 VR on stream real soon here.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, next up we have FF14 and WoW. WoW, I renown capped. I did everything you can do except the Archivist stuff for 9.2 is out, so I'm all ready for 9.2 whenever I get around to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still part of that game is still super fun.
Sure, of course.
It's just steeped in mountains of horseshit.
Sounds
okay.
about right.
And then FF14, I started Shadowbringers. I did the Assails. I always butcher her name.
Alize's.
Alize's. Yeah, Alize. Her.
Alize.
Alize.
Yes.
I did her portion because you have to choose between her and Alphino, and I'm like, oh god, anything but Alphino.
I love them both equally. My little brother and sister, they are to be cherished and loved.
My little sister is so much better than my little brother. It's disgusting.
Yes, but we don't say that out loud. We agree, but
you can't tell them that.
You can't say that to their face. That's terrible.
Lordy. Anyway, Alize.
Yes.
And I went to her first, did her portion with that horrifying.
It's so good.
It's so
holy
fucked
shit.
up.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I just wasn't.
You can see my reaction from the stream last night.
Oh my god.
And then I did the Alphino portion with the really rich city, and I like how they're like, oh god, peasants, go to the delouser.
Yeah, right.
You know, she's treating Alphino like a hobo, and what's worse is that means I'm the hobo's assistant.
Yep. Yep.
So like, I'm just like, oh, go shower, you filthy hobos. And
Gilmore is a place, man.
that place is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really digging. Like, I enjoyed Stormblood almost the entire way through.
Mm-hmm.
I really liking the beginning of Shadowbringers. Like, this has been my curve for this game. A Realm Reborn got progressively better until you hit the post 2.0 stuff, like 2.10. Then it drops like a fucking stone to Shiva.
Okay.
And then Shiva brings it back up. That
All right.
fight is amazing.
All right.
And then the end is pretty high. And then you do like 85% of Heaven's Ward is in the toilet. And then Stormblood and Shadowbringers have been nothing but good times.
Mm.
And I realize that, like, HRNinja and I are the only people I've ever seen talk smack about Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, no, that is not. I want to say that is not the common experience. Mine has been just kind of going up with a very slight dip in Stormblood and then up. That's been my experience.
Like, let's put it this way: if I wasn't so stubborn, I would have quit at Heaven's Ward.
Right.
Like that. Like, if I was not doing this to like see what the big deal is and like get to end game and see what the end game is like to do like comparison stuff, like I probably would have left during Heaven's Ward. Thank God I didn't, because I love Stormblood. And Suyu and Gosetsu are just that shit warmed my heart so much.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Nice.
And then you know, we got Shadowbringers, which so far has been fucking horrifying, and I'm here for it, baby.
It's something. Yeah. So some would say that Shadowbringers. I would say most people would say Shadowbringers is the peak.
Okay, cool. I've heard, yeah. All right. And I think that's it for our docket. So you know, let's great. That was good. Let's and we'll call it a day.
This is a good show. What are you thinking of? We're probably gonna work on what we're gonna be playing after this stream's over, and we'll upload the schedule for that shortly. But expect some MMO stuff because Destiny 2 is coming out.
Yes. Also, please follow us at all these lovely places.
Yeah.
Or any of the ones you use actively, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, this week we're going to be doing some Destiny 2 content for sure. If the servers allow us, it'll be launch night. If the servers don't allow us, it'll be the following days.
All right.
I know that Ray, Yuko, and I have talked about going through the campaign of that on Legendary.
Yeah.
Because if you beat it on Legendary, it automatically takes you to soft cap.
Good. That's a good reason to do it.
Yeah, versus what I normally do, which is okay, cap the campaign as possible, power grind PvP until I'm at soft cap.
Yep.
So that's what that is. So everyone look forward to all that Destiny content. And then Aaron, you're doing RE4 VR.
Yes, we haven't picked it which days, but yeah, I would like to show you guys that. It's really good. I
will talk to Panda Kitty to see if we can finish up Pirate's Life.
Oh right, god damn it.
Yeah, we hopefully this Wednesday or Friday we can finally be done.
Yep.
With A Pirate's Life.
Yep.
So yep. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you. We love you. You're beautiful people.
Thank you, guys. See you all around Discord and the internet.
See you on the Discord. Go follow us those places. We're getting ever closer to the shirtless stream. And now the shirtless stream has a bonus of a shirtless Mandalorian.
That's right. I forgot about
that. Yep. That's what we got going on. So yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for the support. Best community on Twitch.
See ya.
Bye.